my handy tape measure. 450 there. This is 3.6 meters, 7 meters.
The gap jump qualifier at the start, it's there for a reason. You said roll it! Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be taking a closer look at A470 at Bike Park Wales. This trail has recently been reopened again after being refurbished and extended over winter. So last week we posted a trail preview on the opening day, and since then I have had quite a few people asking about the new features, how big they are, what changes have been made, so we headed back there at the weekend to have a closer look. In this video I will be including offboard clips and comparing the size of features to others in the bike park. We started the day with a warm-up lap on Popty Ping. This is a blue graded jump trail. We took a measurement from one of the final features on the track to see how this compared to the new qualifier on A470.
I don't really know what to say because I don't know when this clip's going to make it into the edit, but we're on the second to last table on Popty Ping, and I've brought with me my handy tape measure. So let's just measure this for reference. Checking the trail's clear for safety. Right, so that's roughly on the tip of the takeoff. We've got 450 there. I reckon the sweet spot might be about 470, like half a bike in, where it starts to get a bit steeper. Here comes Fran. We've got the offboard. Oh, smooth. So I reckon Fran did like bang on. So here we are on the A470 Qualifier Gap, and this is 3.6 meters. We'll get that in feet, and we could maybe even make Fran like divide it into bike lengths. But this is actually 10% shorter than the second to last table on Popty Ping. The takeoff's a little bit shorter, but if you can do that table, you've actually going, well, over 10% further on Popty Ping than you do on this little gap. So no need to push around the fence. If you're ready to ride A470, you should be ready to do this small gap.
So I'll put a little side on here of the qualifying feature. It actually rides really nicely. As you can see, I was on my downhill bike, so I did throw one crank in and that carried me nicely over to the other side. The feature's really well built and nice to ride. It's not bucky or scary in any way. It's a really nice feature. So is the qualifier a gap jump for a reason? Are there gap jumps further down? Absolutely yes. James told me the next section of the track down to the tables was all rollable. You said roll it! And it turns out it wasn't, and I nearly ended myself in a ditch. So enjoy this bit of footage, and disclaimer, if you see something that looks like a gap, pull. 1, 2, 3. Well, you said pop through it the first time. Woo! This is sick! Well, that's a gap. There was one that I didn't realise was a gap, and I tried to roll it. You said it was like a pump track, roll it for the first time, and then I just dumped my front wheel off a gap.
I didn't say dump your front wheel into the gap.
You said roll it! So viewers, just for a bit of context.
Now, I'm going to edit this, and I'm going to put this clip where I'm saying to roll everything except this one. I'm going to put it before we do the run.
Okay, but I think that I might actually have the OG clip of James saying the first section of A470, Fran, is like a downhill pump track. Just roll it. This gap jump, we're going to roll it. So viewers, when you come down for your first run of A470, please bear in mind the gap jump qualifier at the start. It's there for a reason, because there's a gap here of a similar size. Ollie
said I could roll it.
So now I'll put in a clip from the first half of the track. Now this bit is all brand new, so this is where Vicious Valley used to be. They've actually turned it into A470 from the top down to the middle fire road now. So all this section that you are seeing is brand new, and it rides so well. The weather on this day was actually quite windy, so I was struggling for speed a little bit in places.
Yes! That was sick!
That was good. This next section of trail leads you into where the old start of A470 used to be, and they've reshaped all of the berms down here and it rides so nicely. And on the next section of trail, James gets his trusty tape measure out again to have a look at some of the larger jumps on the track.
Right, I'm still looking up the trail for safety. It's nice and clear. I'm obviously at the side, and I think this is one of the biggest tables on the main straight, and you can see like a little bit into the landing we're looking at 7 meters. So I think it was a 3.6 meter gap as the qualifier. If you're concerned about a gap that's essentially half the length of the biggest table, I suggest you go back to one of the blue flow trails such as Popty Ping, and get ready to get a clip of Fran. Get that zooms. Oh, tree.
Hi guys, so I realise I've not actually done much to camera today or much in the way of vlogging, but that's kind of because I've been in a bit of a rut with my riding recently. Like, I guess I've not done any larger jumps since I went to Whistler 2 years ago, and then I've had things like injuries, so I don't know, I've just been stuck in a bit of a rut, really feeling like I can't ride or jump very well. But having this line opened up again has actually made me realise that I can do bike. Like, it's a line of sizable tables and they're all built so well that it gives you a really nice feeling. So, and it's made me remember that actually bigger jumps are way easier than trying to jump horrible janky. So yeah, it's been nice to get a day in just building some confidence back on some really well built jumps. So big up Bike Park Wales to building an absolutely sick line. Genuinely, this is just exactly the day that I needed. Ready?
Yeah. Oh, there we go. Fran says she's going to stay middle right. I'm going to go a bit more left. Yes. 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 Oh, and we got the bird. That one, yes. Inappropriately close. Oh no, Fran squeezing me into the wall. Yes. I think all those are potential.
Was that like in or just in? Oh, that is a crosswind. That is a crosswind. That sock is going fully yeet. So as you can see by the last clip, it was really windy this day, so I didn't really feel confident enough to head down and try some of the larger jumps on the track. I am hoping to on the next visit, wind dependent, but fortunately James did visit Bike Park Wales on the Thursday, which was the opening day of A470, so the clip that you're seeing now is his top to bottom run from that day. This track really is such a credit to Bike Park Wales. It's cool to have a progressive jump line that's bridging the gap between the blue and the black jump lines here. The jumps are built incredibly well. It feels like a scaled down version of A-Line at Whistler Bike Park. That was a track that gave me so much more confidence in my jumping, purely because the jumps were built so well that you really did feel like you could just let off your brakes and trust your bike. So to have something like this in the UK is a huge step forward. So a big credit to Bike Park Wales for building such an awesome track. It would be great to hear your comments too. If you have ridden this track, I would love to know what your thoughts are in the comments. And also, if you have enjoyed this video and you would like to hear more in-depth reviews of other tracks, not just at Bike Park Wales, but any other bike parks, then please let us know in the comments. I hope you have enjoyed today's video and I will catch you in the next one.
Fran, you might have to like blur this or put in a warning. There's been an injury.
What have you done?
Somebody pushed me to the inside and now my hand's bleeding.
When's your birthday?
Stupid boy.
This looks way worse than the injuries from the crash that Fran's about to put in that you might have seen in some other vlogs.
I didn't cry this much when I dislocated my shoulder. Just putting that in there.